Shifting focus, a report by Anti-Corruption Watchdog Association of Democratic Reforms says that 75% of newly inducted Maharashtra ministers have declared criminal cases. According to the Association for Democratic Reforms, 15 ministers have criminal cases against them. 13 of those are serious cases. Remember, recently 18 ministers were inducted in the state cabinet. All ministers are crorepatis and the average value of their assets is rupees 47.45 crore. We have Shweta live with us. Shweta, this anti-corruption watchdog of Maharashtra ministers have said that 15 ministers have criminal cases against them, 13 with serious cases. So what is the kind of reactions you're getting from these newly inducted ministers or say, Eknath Shinde, Fadnavis camp? Is there any sort of reaction that are coming from their side? Because this is huge because, majority of the ministers have criminal cases against them. And of course, the asset value is about 47.45 crore. Any response from the government at the moment?
Well, Radhika, you see, this is utterly shocking piece of news what we have got through the Association of Democratic Reforms, that's ADR. And all we know is during this entire Maharashtra political crisis, there were so many political reactions pouring in. But for this particular news, we are seeing how the government will be reacting on this. Now, if we speak about what is exactly Association of Democratic Reforms is stating about, firstly, it's about 75% of the ministers, those who are newly inducted in the cabinet expansion, have criminal cases against them. And after this, out of that 13 ministers, that constitutes to 65% of the ministers have serious criminal cases against themselves, which they themselves have reported during the election time. And after that, if we just speak about how many crorepatis are there, 20 out of 20, including CM, Deputy CM and 18 other ministers, their net value is more than crores. That comes to 100% of crorepati ministers here. And as you have stated about that average assets of minister, that constitutes to 47 crores and 45 lakhs. Here in this financial background, the minister with the largest amount is Mangal Prabhat Lodha, MLA from Malabar Hill. He constitutes somewhere around 400 crores net value, and the lowest is with Bhumare Sandeepan Rao with 2.92 crore annual income. Here, if we speak about the educational background as well, Radhika, we are getting to know that 40% of the ministers, just 40% of the ministers have stated that their educational qualification is about 10th and 12th. And here many of them are above the age of 51 to 70. Only 4 ministers out of 18 are below the age of 50. So this is really very kind of shocking piece of content what we are getting to know from ADR, where we are seeing the newly inducted ministers have at least 75% of them have criminal cases against them, out of which 65% are with these serious offences, that's non-bailable. And remember, this is just the first phase of cabinet expansion. There is again the another expansion which is yet to happen, but we are seeing the internal conflicts in between where people like Bachu Kadu have already stated that they are feeling insulted that they have not got the cabinet post here. There is no women MLA. In fact, there is no women in the cabinet berth. There is no independent in the cabinet berth. So yes, 9 from BJP and 9 from Shinde-led Shiv Sena are the newly inducted one. But with the shocking data what we have received through the Maharashtra election watchdog as well as with the ADR reports.
All right.
Radhika.
Thank you, Shweta, for bringing all those details. So, shocking report which says that 75% of the newly inducted ministers are corrupt or in fact have criminal cases against them. Remains to be seen how the new Maharashtra government will react to this report and the charges.